You need to take the Ninshin Todoke and your residence card to your local health center or municipal office to register the pregnancy. Since prenatal care is not covered by national health insurance in Japan, you can receive discount coupons for your upcoming monthly checkups. Since nationality in Japan follows the right of blood, citizenship is determined by the nationality of one or both parents. This means that if you or your spouse is a Japanese national, your baby automatically becomes a Japanese national. Hello everyone, this is Cam from Swimmy channel. Congratulations on your new journey to becoming a parent. I'd imagine that you are very nervous among other conflicting emotions about welcoming this new chapter of your life. For us foreigners living in Japan, we may feel even more overwhelmed in figuring out the prenatal and postnatal care, paperwork, and other official registrations. In this video, I shall be discussing about the step-by-step procedures for the Japanese health and social support system, as well as official registrations beginning from the confirmation of your pregnancy to after giving birth. So please watch our video until the end. If you suspect you may be pregnant, the positive result from the home pregnancy kit or the Ninshin Kensayaku is not enough. You will need to head to your local hospital for your doctor's confirmation, who will be performing urine and ultrasound tests. Once confirmed, your doctor will issue you a certificate declaring the pregnancy notification form or the Ninshin Todoke. You need to take the Ninshin Todoke and your residence card to your local health center or municipal office to register the pregnancy. Upon registration, you will receive the pregnancy goodie bag, which includes the Mother and Child Health Handbook or the Boshi Kenko Techo. You will need to take this with you to all of your prenatal appointments and your child's health checkups and vaccinations, and this shall be a good reference for medical information. An English version may be available for free, or you can purchase one on the internet. Since prenatal care is not covered by national health insurance in Japan, you can receive discount coupons for your upcoming monthly checkups. Depending on the ward where you live, discounts may vary. Be careful not to lose these vouchers as they can only be issued once per pregnancy term. You can get the pregnancy badge or the maternity maku and other booklets and goodies. After giving birth, there are 3 procedures that you must complete, namely the birth registration or family registry for the child of Japanese nationals, the application for permission to acquire status of residence if the parents are foreigners, and registration to your home company. I will now be discussing each of the steps in detail. The first thing to do is to register your child at the municipal ward where you live or the place of birth. In case you are a permanent resident or a spouse of a Japanese national, you will need to file in a family registry separately. These are the documents that you need to prepare when you are going to register the birth of your child. You need to notify and register your child within 14 days from the date of birth if the birthplace is within Japan. If your child was born overseas, you have 3 months to complete this step. Since nationality in Japan follows the right of blood, citizenship is determined by the nationality of one or both parents. This means that if you or your spouse is a Japanese national, your baby automatically becomes a Japanese national. In addition, you have the option to postpone your child's nationality until he or she is of 22 years of age. To do this, you can simply retain the Japanese nationality at the time of birth registration. Deadline for this notification is 3 months after birth. If neither you nor your spouse is a Japanese national at the time of your baby's birth, you need to obtain a resident status or visa in order for your baby to legally stay in Japan. You may skip this step, however, if you are leaving Japan within 60 days of birth. If you need a resident status or a visa, you would need to send in an application at the Immigration Bureau who has the jurisdiction over the status of residency. The status of residence or visa of the newborn will depend on the status of residence of the parents, which I will be explaining here. If either of the parents have Japanese nationality at birth, the newborn child will have the child of a Japanese national status. If either of the parents hold a permanent residence visa, the newborn child would either have the permanent resident status, child of a permanent resident status, or long-term resident status, in case he was born overseas. If either of the parents have a long-term visa, the newborn child would have the same long-term visa status. If either of the parents have a work or student visa, the newborn child would have the family dependent visa. Please note that if you give birth outside of Japan, you will be required to send in an application for certificate of eligibility with you to be able to bring your child for the first time to Japan. You need to prepare the following documents for your baby's application for permission to acquire status of resident. Once you have all the documents, go to your nearest immigration office to apply for the permission to acquire status of residence of your baby. You have within 30 days after the date of birth to send in your application. If you do not plan to stay longer than 60 days after your baby's birth, you can skip this step. Please be careful that if you fail to apply after 60 days from the baby's birth, your baby will be considered an overstayer and therefore won't be able to stay in Japan. The final step is to apply for a passport for your baby and also report his birth to your country's embassy or consulate. Documents required will depend on the embassy of your country, so please check and prepare ahead. You may also consider getting subsidies, child support, and other benefits related to having a baby and childcare in Japan. And that's it for our video about having a baby in Japan. The step-by-step prenatal and postnatal procedures. I hope I was able to help you organize which paperwork you need to prepare for and accomplish. If you need more information, please do not hesitate to write on the comment section below. Please subscribe, like, and share if you think our videos are helpful as we continue to find more ways for foreigners to live in Japan easily. Until our next video, thank you for watching and bye-bye!